Hi y'all, this is Daisycakes, and I'm sick still, but I'm doing much better. And I just want to let you know that Norbert just went and sat in his crate, which is so sweet. Here, Norbert. Look at him, he's so pretty. I don't know if you can see him. Come here. Alright, Norbert's very happy. So, I just want to let you know that the stalker's found a new way to do things. He turns off the microphone when I make a video. So then he has a blank video with no audio, and he can do what I'm doing right now to it. And then he also can get a preview of what I'm doing, which is kind of upsetting. But I found him on my device, and I found a way to kick him off. I don't think it's going to last very long, though, because he seems to know what my password is right after I change it. But let me show you what I found out today. I did sleep for like 8 hours. And, I mean, I've been awake for a while now, but I did sleep for like 8 hours, and I feel much better. So, I ordered some pizza yesterday. I don't have a cooktop that works in here. The guy that installed my cooktop was an African-American guy. And S, the guy that I used to work for, had told him that I was telling people that I was part black. And he didn't believe me. S didn't. I don't know why, because I always tell the truth. And so the guy put the cooktop in the wrong place on the countertop. So, because, like I said, the other woman wanted to use the apartment as a 2-bedroom apartment. They would just put a door in the side, and change the wall to the door. They would put a door in the wall, and they would change the door here to like more of a non-knob door with a deadbolt at the top. And so they tried to make this into a kid's apartment for the last 2 leases that I've had here. They're 12-month leases, yeah. And I've kept protesting, but I don't know what it is. I like Miss Debbie, and Miss Debbie seems to get along fine with everyone that lives here. And I keep saying that she's not the problem. I hope she's not the problem. I don't know. But I haven't really wanted to fight about it because I like getting DoorDash, and I liked going out to eat and stuff. And it's not that much more expensive because you have to walk. I have to walk everywhere. So when I walk to get food, by the time I get home, it's usually cold. And DoorDash was at least a way to get warm food or eat there, you know. But after coronavirus, I was really careful about germs and everything for a while. So, anyway, the point is that I need to get my cooktop up and working. The way it works now is it looks like it works if I plug it in the wall, like if I open up the cupboard and take out the cord and plug it in, but it doesn't work if I do that either. So, but usually the studios, before 2 years ago, had, gosh, it might even have been longer than that, but it hasn't been working though. So, before 2 years ago, the studios had, like, it's hard to find the right angle here, because the malware takes over if there's not light on my face. It's really weird. But before 2 years ago, the studios had just a kitchen and a microwave, right? But when I was cleaning here, there was a time when the guy kind of was trying to fire me, but I wasn't picking up on it. And the everything was like, at the last minute, something would go wrong. So I cleaned the whole apartment that I was supposed to clean, and I looked up, I left the microwave until the very end, which I usually do the microwave first. So that was kind of weird. And when I opened it, it was disgusting. It was so gross. The people that had it before I left it so bad. So I ran here, and I got my perfect microwave, and I took it to that apartment, and I put it inside that apartment. And someone had painted the microwave with house paint on the messed up microwave. Someone had tried to fix the microwave with house paint on the inside. And they had microwaved all kinds of things, and it was stuck to the walls and everything. It was so bad. So it was missing half of its paint on the inside, too. So I grabbed my perfect microwave from my apartment, and I ran all the way down the hallways and down the stairs and up the stairs and down the hallway and put it in the apartment for the people to get, because I didn't have time to clean at all. So then I brought that microwave back to my house, and I fixed it up, and I used, appliance paint and everything, and I tried to kind of make it work for a long time, but then it just kind of gave up working after a while. It started sparking, basically. When I would cook with it, it would spark, and I was like, I don't really want to eat the food. I don't eat microwave food ever, hardly. I just don't think it's really that great for you. Steamed vegetables, cooked baked potatoes, those are all yummy. And I would eat those because I was a vegetarian. And so I didn't use the microwave a lot. But it finally just gave up the ghost, because it became kind of like a problem. So I put it in a trash bag and put it outside, just to see if it would get better, if the bug problem was from the microwave. And it wasn't, so that's good. But it wasn't really working either, and it wasn't really safe to use. So I went ahead and just threw it away. And so I have to get another one, because I think that's on me to purchase. Even though it was originally to replace another one in the apartments that wasn't my fault, it's still, I should probably buy another one. It's only like $80 or so. So I'm going to do that eventually here. But anyway, that's the reason why I don't have a microwave. So it's funny, because everybody's always like, oh my God, she must have done something horrible. Like, they don't meet me. They get this construct of this person. And they're all like, oh my gosh, she must have done something horrible. Look at my eyebrow. That's malware. My eyebrow's way up here. But they're like, oh, she must have done something horrible. She must be like the worst person on the face of the earth. And then the reason is always something stupid. Like, oh, here, I gave this to somebody and they gave me one and it was like a piece of crap and I'm sorry. And it was always some kind of nice thing. And so I don't usually tell my stories, because my stories make me seem ridiculously something. Whatever. And it makes the other people seem horrible, because they go around talking badly about me, and I'm a really nice person. And I don't like to make people seem horrible. But anyway, watch this video, and it's me finding the guy. I'll show you how I did it, okay? It's pretty easy to see how I did it this time, because C left, okay? And he took his wacky connecting ways with him. And so now they're just connecting normal ways, like Bluetooth and stuff. It's very boring. But if you watch it, you'll see that I did unroot one person for a minute. But no, y'all, I wasn't manic last night. I always get 8 hours of sleep, and I got more than 8 hours of sleep yesterday. Okay, so you can see me. Looking to see if the microphone is on at the beginning of this. It's almost like this guy wants to give his opinion on me or something. It's very frustrating. Or he wants to take credit for things, because he's been doing this every video. He just turned off the sound. So this is me trying to see if any of these other things are, and I say, oh, look, it's screencasting. But I can't turn off the screencasting, guys. It's very frustrating, and I don't know where it's casting to. It doesn't really seem to be casting to anybody. And then I say, look, did y'all see that? My screen share is turned on. This thing's going really super fast. I promise you, when I'm sick, I'm not doing anything really super fast. So here, did you see that? Okay, so you see that the stalker has turned on my nearby share. It's usually off, y'all. That was really scary for me because because I would look at the cache, CACHE of my apps, and they would all have 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabytes in there, which means that the stalker was trying to share my videos, and there he is. So that Samsung 7 Series 43, that C, he was probably in the parking lot or on someone's floor, sitting on someone's floor or sitting at the workstations down the hall. Very frustrating. But this guy is never off my thing. And he needs to be out of my background check, off of my life, and away from me as far as he can get, because it's really scary for me. And he could be here and not be in my business, but he isn't. He's always in my business. I didn't care that he was living here. I just didn't have any idea that he was my stalker. Okay, so I'm trying to see if he's on my device. Now the stalker's going to try to show you a bunch of crap, so I'm going to skip over that. Okay, so here, that's not me on the boldest MTV VMA sessions ever. Okay, so here, where you see how mine have the YouTube logo? His don't, for some reason. So all that's the stalker. We don't know why he's so into my stuff, y'all. He's like right behind me, everything I do. Norbert's trying to make a bunch of noise. Please try to ignore Norbert. He's being a real ass. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, y'all. And not only that, but he's got opinions about every single thing I do. These dysfunctional people, they stare at you. They watch you. They see you do something. They have opinions about it. They start justifying their bad actions towards you with those opinions. And it's a cycle that just goes on and on and on and on inside their little brains. And it's bullcrap. All of it's bullcrap. Whatever they're seeing, their perception is misinterpreting. Whatever they're doing, their reasons are not valid. And it just goes on and on and on. It's so upsetting. And if they were told to leave you alone and get their own life, they wouldn't have one. And then they would have to start reconstructing themselves based on someone else and what they're doing and stuff. Okay, so then I go back to this. And I notice that the stalker has added the audio track into the editing portion of the thing. In other words, he's trying to do something to the audio of my device. And he's also smushing up the beginning of it and extending the end of it. You've seen him do that in other videos where he puts like one screen on the frame for longer than it was obviously supposed to be on there for, and squishes up all the interesting things into milliseconds. Now, I don't know why he's doing that with this video, but he always tries to ruin my videos. It's like he feels like he has to for some reason. Almost none of my videos have been untouched by this man. And I can't get anyone to get him to leave me alone or to occupy him in some more interesting way. That's the saddest part about it, is that no one wants to do anything with this guy. Even his family, the whole holiday season, didn't keep him busy at all from being an ass to me. They're probably grateful to me for keeping him busy. To me, that's the saddest thing, is that there's never anything that he's doing that's more important than making my life miserable. Ever. Nothing. He's even had grandchildren now, and he could give less of a crap because he wants to just sit here and do stupid things to my videos. Okay, so did you see that? Okay, so here, alright, so here, I go ahead and try to sign out the Linux. See, he's speeding up things again now. It's malware that makes my videos go faster, I guess. But anyway, if you look here, you can see that the 11110, remember that's AA, so that's a racist thing, is 603 or whatever, is signed in right now. It says it's not, but when I sign it out, it says it's signed out. So I'm going to sign it out. Okay, so now it shows it signed out again, just like y'all are used to seeing me doing. That's a stalker highlighting the word last. I don't know why they're doing that. They're kind of nutty that way about words and numbers, remember? So then I click on this and I say, okay, sign him out just in case, since the other guy didn't show signed in either. And they also want you to see that my voice isn't good for voiceovers. But remember, I'm sick, y'all. I don't usually have any vocal fry or anything whatsoever. And they want you to think that their voice is wonderful for voiceovers and that they're me. So they can turn this into Crime Stoppers and be like, look, I found something. I'm going to make $1 million. Because this is since they got in trouble probably for filtering out the Crime Stopper tips, they try to review all of the tips from the complex before they send them in. And then they get the money and sort of distribute a percentage of it, like 10% or something, to the people that actually submitted the tip in the first place. It's really frustrating. Okay, so here, this is new. No, okay, that's mean to do to mommy. Norbert is jealous. He's very sweet, but he's jealous. So here, if you look here, it says that passkeys can be used instead of a password, as I understand it, right? Okay, so I didn't ever set these up. But this is, and remember, this has been going on ever since 2020, since I logged into it the first time. Christian set up my modem and my router to be a slave to him. Just like he set up my entire life to sort of be a slave to him. And so this is an example of something recent, but this isn't what he was doing before. You would have to see the modem and the router firmware to really see how intricate this is. It doesn't mean that he's a genius, though. He just bought the software to do this off the internet. Okay, someone else in Eastern Europe or something wrote all this. You can tell from the coding and stuff. But you notice there's no way to remove the passkeys. Okay, I don't see another 10.4. It says 2 10.4 tablets can use them, but I don't see another one. So I figure that's just me. Did you see how it changed a little bit? It got a little clearer. That means someone got logged off. Now there's 2 people on there. So it's my device that's logging onto it, but we already know it's my device, and he's logging onto my device twice. Somehow. It's almost like clanging. But he's logging onto it somehow. Without having the actual physical device in his hands. Or having it a cloned one. Norbert is a snuggle. You're okay. Norbert's used to getting like 150% of my attention, and he is doing so good. He is doing so good. He is. He needs a bath, though. But see, I didn't have those enabled, is the thing. So I don't see how I just signed into my device using one when I didn't have the switch flipped. And see, the switch, Norbert, the switch isn't there. He likes me right now because I have a fever. You'll have to stop. So if you click on that, and look, he turned on Find My Device, y'all. That's so frustrating. Stop, Norbert. Honey. Norbert's a good boy. Norbert feels clingy. Is there a baby? Norbert's scared of the baby. That's okay. The baby's not gonna hurt Norbert. He's a good boy. Yes. Norbert does not know what to do about this baby. Alright. Norbert is really only happy when his nose is about 2 inches away from my nose. And I don't know what to do about that sometimes. He said I need to get a sling for Norbert, I guess. But that's okay. Life's been very difficult for Norbert before he came to me. I think he's about 4. He may be slightly older, though. So, look, see? Isn't that interesting? I don't know what that means. You are being a big stinker. This talker is probably going to use this as some sort of, like, TED Talk or something on how to do something. It's so ridiculous, y'all. I mean, all of us, people couldn't be us if they tried to be us. But you see people trying really hard. It's crazy. I have people imitating me on Pinterest. I have people. Oh, I'll do a video about my Pinterest. Y'all haven't even seen my Pinterest yet. So here, see, there's 2, but I can't remove them. So then I go up to the search function. Well, this is not, let's see. So I go up to the search function, and I say, I think it's one of those that's causing the trouble, right? I find malware on my device. And that is the stalker's device. And it says GH Android. I was thinking that was my brother, because it's his initials. But now I think it might be somebody like Gabriel Hernandez. I don't know what to think about it. It's very upsetting. Anyone have any idea what this means? I haven't really searched for anything on this device that's bad, I don't think. It's so funny. I was looking for, I have a story about a house in Balcones, on Balcones Drive. And it's a really, really funny story, I think. But I'm not really a fearless person when it comes to talking to people. And so people, it's hard to explain. I'll tell you the story from start to finish. Maybe it'll be a Goth Thursday story, I don't know. Okay, so then I go back and I look that he is actually messing with the audio. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a photographic memory, and if I go back and look at this, the audio is different, y'all. So I don't know what that means. He's being a real jerk to my video. And it's still not loading the editing screen. It's being a complete and total ass. And I didn't even say that part at the beginning where it says the teacher's thing. I didn't even say that, y'all. That was a splice in from something else. So I don't know what they have planned right now. Okay. So, sorry. So it's obvious the hijinks are afoot, guys. Hijinks are afoot, and it's very upsetting. But life is going better. I was so tired when I made that video that I had to go to sleep again for just an hour and a half or so. But anyway, I'm gonna go have some cold pizza and be happy, because I actually like cold pizza. And I'm gonna go have some cold pizza and be happy, and I hope that you're doing great and that life is treating you well, and I will work on my Balcones Road stories. I always meet interesting people no matter what I do. It's very odd. And I love little houses. I love houses. This was not a little house, but I like little houses. So, and I like houses. I keep saying little, y'all. I'm not a diminutive person. I like big things too. So, and I've done so many interesting things. But see, the stalker thinks he's a cop. And the interesting things that I've done that the cops know about are not necessarily the stories I wanted to tell you. Because remember, I've been sober for 11 years. But there was some time before that I wasn't. And I didn't really do anything terrible. But there are some things that I would have done differently. And I do have Miranda rights and everything. So what's being elicited by the cops and by people that are stalking me or whatever aren't really things I want to talk about on YouTube necessarily. But they're interesting to me. Unless it helps people find my, hurter if I'm hurt. Then I would want y'all to know that this balcony story would not be anything like that. It's just a humorous little anecdote. So I was looking for the story because showing you the house would make it more interesting. But then I was thinking maybe that's not good either. So I'll try to find a house plan that looks like the house. And then I'll tell you my balcony story because it is really a neat story. I have good times, y'all. So I'll talk to you later, and I hope you're doing well.